What up, Joe? What up, Joe? What up, Joe? It's your boy Benny. Y'all know what this is. This is the NCAA Final Four preview show. And I'm here with my panel today. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Starting with my man, Jamal.
What's good, everybody? Your boy Jamal. My bracket is still hanging in there. My national champion is still there on the guy side. So hopefully
Copycat.
we can finish this. Yeah, no, It's not cap. I can show you. It's still there. I still got Arizona hanging. So let's see what they can finish it out. But let's go.
For sure, for sure. Nate, what up, though?
What up, Doe? Yeah, unlike Marcus, my bracket went to shit like everybody's hopes and dreams this year. So I mean, I'm holding on by a thread like everybody else in this world. So yeah, man, let's talk some basketball. Super excited watching the women's game because there's nothing on TV, other TV to watch. So let's go.
For sure. And we got my boy Marcus. And like Waldo, we just found Gentry. Introduce yourself, man.
Hey, you said that right, but it's the stat guru, and he had to bring my sidekick today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into it. So we're gonna start off. We're talking about the men's Final Four, but we had a shocker today in women's college basketball. UConn women, man, went down to South Carolina, man. I missed the game because I got off work and went to sleep. I had to play Easter Bunny today, but Jamal, man, tell us about the game, bro.
Well, it's like this. The women for UConn, they were riding on a 54 game winning streak. That's unprecedented. I mean, come on. I mean, when you think of women's college basketball nowadays, pretty much a lot of good players came from the University of Connecticut, from your Diana Taurasi to your Maya Moore, Brianna Stewart. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, and they're not just recruiting good, you know what I'm saying? They're reloading because when you come to UConn, you're expected to win, you know. But this game here, since they're look at it. See this game here. Apparently, their two biggest stars, AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong, couldn't hit nothing right now. Because in games like this, and goes for any Final Four game, your stars need to shine because there is no tomorrow. This winter go home, and South Carolina pretty much. I wouldn't say they were playing with house money, but they had revenge on their mind after getting their asses kicked last year in the national title game. So they knew what was at stake.
Right.
And they out hustled them, they out rebounded them, they shot better than them. Like the Connecticut women could not hit a damn thing all game long.
They locked
And
them up.
they literally locked them up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sarah Strong, as you know what I'm saying, she usually is able to hit that mid-range shot and do something from three, but she couldn't hit nothing today. AZ Fudd, her and AZ Fudd literally picked the worst time to have their worst shooting performance of the season. And it showed it showed right there. If your stars are not hitting anything and you have to depend on somebody else to do something for you that's not used to it, I mean, it's going to look bad. And South Carolina, kudos to them. You know, Dawn Staley coached their ass off, and those players played their ass off. They played a perfect game. They played to their style of play, and Connecticut couldn't do anything about it. I mean, they tried, but in the end, South Carolina did exactly what they were supposed to do. They controlled the tempo, they controlled the pace of the game, and they made Connecticut play their game. And that's how you beat a dominant team that's coached by, you know what I'm saying, Gino Oriella. So kudos to South Carolina. No knock on them.
Mm-hmm.
So, any comments, Nate?
Yeah, sorry, I'm watching this game. Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing, like, Gino is a legend in women's basketball. It's like he has dominated after Pat Summitt, the late Pat Summitt passed away, he's pretty much taken the mantle in women's basketball. And Don Staley is the one person who has his number. Like she beat him in a national championship, which nobody's done, and she eliminated him in a Final Four, which nobody's done. So she kind of has Gino's number. And the thing about Don Staley is the players play like Don does. I never saw Don play, but I can imagine she was a gritty, tough, very physical type of guard.
Who's a hooper?
And yeah, she could hoop too. But like her players, her women, her ladies play like she does. Like kind of like the Lions play like Dan Campbell does. Her ladies play like she does, and you can see it on the court. They're tough-minded, they're physical. They're a little between the lines, but that's just how they play.
You are not comparing the Detroit Lions toughness to the South Carolina women's toughness.
I'm just saying the culture. I'm saying the.
Hey, don't try to play us, Jamal. We ain't on that. Don't.
I'm just saying the culture wise, but Don Staley. Listen, when you get Don Staley, she's like, cool, get me again. And that's where she shows up. And I tell you what, if somehow Texas wins this game right now, UCLA's up. But if Texas wins this game, Texas beat the crap out of Don Staley in the SEC tournament. You don't think she wants that smoke in the championship if they play?
Yeah, I just don't see Texas beating UCLA.
I hope not either. I'm just saying. But if that did happen,
I see what you're getting at, though. And it'd be scary for Texas.
She wants that. She wants all the smoke. She's not hiding.
They have no answer for Lauren. If Texas can't find an answer for Lauren Betts, no. Not gonna happen. That's the thing. That's the thing right there.
Lauren Betts is a dog, and to go on about the South Carolina UConn game, I'm not surprised with this only because they're the biggest two coaches in college basketball right now, and South Carolina did gear up for this. I'm happy we're talking women's because I love women's sports. They added Liz Lassen. She was Florida State's top scorer last year. And then they added her to point guard when they lost Malaysia Fuwali. And it was the biggest pickup for them. And it showed this game when she had 16 at point guard. And South Carolina's defense is phenomenal. They've always been sound for defense.
They hang their head on their defense.
Number one thing is they take pride in. And honestly, UConn was setting up for this loss all tournament because they were struggling. They struggled last game
and the game before.
Yeah, so it's kind of written in stone. Like you kind of saw this coming, building up because South Carolina's been playing their best ball in the tournament after losing in the SEC tournament, and UConn's kind of been struggling even in the ACC tournament game. The championship game they struggled.
Right.
Like I said, they haven't been really tested all year long. With the exception of Michigan. Other than that, I mean, you're playing in the Big East, and really, outside of Notre Dame,
ACC,
outside of Notre Dame, you really cannot name any other teams in the conference that would have given, Connecticut a challenge. So. That's why I'm surprised this year they didn't play South Carolina. I'm surprised this year they didn't play UCLA or these big name teams, because usually the big name teams that are in women's college basketball, they usually play each other in the regular season so they can see exactly where they're at, because they know they're probably going to be seeing them down the line. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen this year.
Right.
So. But like I said, they picked a bad night to go ahead and start shooting cold. But it's all good. It's all right. It's not like Connecticut is not going to be back,
Nope.
So
rebuild, baby. Just reload. It ain't nothing but a one recruit away for UConn.
That's pretty much it. That's it. If Sarah Strong will be back, AZ Fudd is going to go to the WNBA.
Yeah, she gone first pick.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll be all right. They'll be A-okay. It'll be fine. So
I love that.
We got a comment from, I think it's Keegan. He said, "What do y'all think about Adi Cooks in the transfer program.
Well, she needs to learn how to play defense first. Her biggest thing is
I agree. I agree. I agree.
You can't be a big woman. Not. Let me rephrase that. You can't be the center. I don't want to take no slack. You don't want to be the center and not be able to play no.
Right.
That's
I think I know who you're talking about. She's that big one, right? She's that really big girl. Yeah.
From Arizona. Yeah, Arizona, Iowa State. Don't get me wrong. She went on a average 30 points for 1 point of spring.
My bad, Jeremy. My bad, Jeremy.
It's her feet movement is what's what's the problem. You know what I'm saying? So if you put like a fast, you know what I'm saying, guard, if a team decides to go small, you know what I'm saying, like go very small against her and stuff like that, she can be exposed.
But don't you think lose some weight? Don't you think she's a little too big?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Just learn how to move your feet. Like this summer,
we're talking basketball. We're not talking your level.
She get up and down the court. She get up and down the court.
Right. Defense.
He said. He said, "I think Crooks goes to UConn." Let me tell you something. No. Let me tell you something. What will happen if she decides to go? If she decides to go to Connecticut, Gino's gonna run her up and down the court all day long. No, put it like this: if she even goes to South Carolina, Dawn is gonna run her up and down the court all game.
And both defense. Both like pride themselves.
It's also like too, like it's like the Joker method, right? Like when Joker was really overweight, he realized he had to lose weight to be a better player to be as good as he is in the NBA now. Like that's just her. She just needs to lose some weight and so she can be more nimble and more able to move around because she's a big girl, but her stats are crazy.
Yeah, no, she gets buckets, she gets rebounds. She just don't play no defense whatsoever. She can't put her in the pick and roll.
She's too big. Like she needs to lose some weight.
She can do push-ups and sit-ups. But
because look at this, she just could think about it. I'm pretty sure she's probably. I mean, she's gonna have aspirations and dreams of going to the WNBA, which I get. But you're gonna need to move up and down the court a lot faster, going up and down that court to go ahead and cover somebody like an Asia Wilson. You know,
I do think she be moving, driving, sliding. You feel me? She do though.
Okay, but the fact that
look at them numbers, bro. 24 points a game, 7 rounds.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
That's in college right now, and you're playing. That's in college, and you're playing center. Okay. What position? I mean, even though Asia Wilson is like a power forward and stuff like that at her position, she's pretty much a center also too. So you're gonna have to catch up and keep up with her. Brianna Stewart can play a little center if she wants to. You're gonna have to keep up with her, you know. And then on top of all that, on fast breaks and stuff like that, are you gonna be able to stay out of the paint and let somebody like a Caitlin Clark blow by you, or better yet, are you gonna let somebody like Angel Reese horse your ass? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 2017 at halftime, UCLA's up. Just FYI.
Yeah, the bets, because I think there's another bets on that team too. They're more than just Lauren, if I'm correct.
Yeah, her sister. Yeah,
that Bets is tall, man. She's tall. Holy hell.
UCLA definitely going to the finals, and that's going to be an interesting. That one's going to be interesting against Dawn. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I'm a betting man, I'm not betting against Dawn. Because Dawn, if she gets UCLA, she's going to kick their ass. Because I'm watching UCLA right now, and I know Dawn can kick their ass. Well, if it's Texas, she definitely wants that smoke against Texas.
Here's the thing with another reason why South Carolina beat Connecticut. Connecticut went small. I mean, not Connecticut, but South Carolina went small. South Carolina went very small against them, and they were able to blow by a Sarah Strong, a blow by an Ivy, hell, blow by even an AZ Fudd. You know, they were like, okay, well, fine. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna guard us on the perimeter and guard us out here, okay? They need Connecticut. What they need to do is have somebody in the middle who be like, you know what? Fine. If you blow by us, we got somebody right here who's gonna make sure you ain't gonna get no easy buckets. South Carolina got too many South Carolina got too many fast break, easy buckets on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even shoot the three all like that. I mean, they shot it a little bit, but they didn't even shoot the three all like that. They took the mid-range jumpers. They were a force in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you beat them. They're like, okay, well, fine, we'll give you these if you're gonna keep it. We'll let you have them. UConn pretty much settled on the perimeter and were missing shots. And by the time they decided to catch up and shoot some regular twos and stuff like that, they wasn't hitting them, and it was too late. So,
man, that bets. I just watched just a couple of post-ups on there. She's got some nice footwork, man.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be a high pick in the draft. She's gonna be
How tall is she?
I think she's definitely above 6'3", 6'4". She's up there.
She's like six.
Taller, man.
I think she like 6'4", 6'3".
Yeah,
So,
she's got some nice footwork inside, man. Good post moves. Hell, better than some of the guys I've seen.
So
the women game is more fundamental when it comes to
100%, bro. Like I tell people that all the time. Like you want to watch fundamentals, watch a women's game.
And not
yes.
to make a joke, but she really is 6'7".
And they actually run plays in NBA. They don't play hero ball. They actually run plays.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
And so, last point on this. I know a few people may have saw the aftermath. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they may have saw. I would say the last point on this one. They may have saw the aftermath on what happened between Gino Auriemma and Dawn Staley and stuff like that. I'm gonna say this. Look, I'm a UConn Huskies women's fan.
Mm-hmm.
I am. There are times that I'm pretty sure the referees swallow their whistle to give UConn the call all the time. It happens all day long. So for Gino to be pissed off, mad about certain things, about the refs not getting the call his way, and Dawn Staley's getting all this and that and stuff like that, dude, let that go. You're not going to win 54. You're not going to win 54 games in a row without the referees. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat, being on your side. Because I'm pretty sure it's a few times. It happens all the time.
They won by double digits. Not like they lost by 2 points.
Right.
She handled them today.
Right. It happens, brother. Okay. Yes, it was. You picked a bad time to lose your first game of the season, but guess what? It happens. Recruit like you usually do and move on. You still got arguably the best player in women's college basketball on your team. You'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be okay.
I think also too, and I don't know, maybe y'all can agree with me or disagree with me on this, but I also think too, he doesn't like losing to women, even though he coaches women.
He don't give a fuck. He knows what sport he's in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's different between coaching somebody who you're still under to where somebody is at your level that's a female, because you mentioned with Pat Summitt, him and Pat Summitt didn't really get along, and him and Dawn Staley sure as hell don't get along. So maybe it's a woman thing. Maybe
No, it's not that. He when you go, listen to me, and I'm gonna say this once again. When you play basketball for the University of Connecticut's women's basketball team, you're expected not only to go undefeated, you're expected to put another banner in that rafter. You see all those. I mean, if you ever been up there, I've seen it. I've been up there.
Oh,
you see all the
standard is a standard with them. I agree.
Okay, they have national championships up there. 12 of them. 18 of them to be exact between the men and the women. Yeah. And the other stat I saw the other day, a UConn basketball team, men or women, has been in the Final Four since 2008. Mm-hmm. That's unreal. Come on, man. We can talk about the Dukes, the North Carolinas, the Kansas, and all these teams all together and stuff like that. Don't forget about Connecticut up there. Don't forget about Storrs, Connecticut. And on top of all that, ESPN is right there. So they're going to cover their ass all day long, too.
Well, I tell you what, if I'm that big girl, like her Cooks is the last name right? Cooks, right?
Crooks,
like Crook. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm Crook, that's just funny. Yeah, damn, that sucks. All right, if I'm Crook, like I literally would go to UConn, because the reality is that if anybody's going to get me in the best shape possible, and also too is going to get the most out of me, it's going to be a guy like Gino Auriemma. You know,
and
it seems like against Carolina they need some beef inside against those big girls.
He gonna kick her ass as he should.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All up and
but watch her turn into a star. Watch her turn into a star.
Well, he does that all the time. He was able if he's able to break down stars like Maya Moore, Brianna Stewart, you know, and others, you know what I'm saying, down to their lowest, and then bring them back up. Yeah, he'll do the same for them. He's a master at this, so he's good at this. So, all right, all right. We're done talking about this subject. So,
all right, let's talk about some of this previous game that was in the Elite Eight, starting with Duke went down to UConn with a buzzer beater, bro.
Man,
just hold the ball. Hold the ball.
He could have took 8 seconds. Had the dead ball. Then
right. Marcus, go ahead with this one. You start off with this one first, boss.
All right. So here's my opinion about this. They should have won that. I'm not going to lie. They had UConn where they needed them. They had them in perfect spot to destroy them, and they blew it. And I'm mad that it was the brother that did it too, because I was hyping up the one booster, and he gonna go very next week and sell the whole bag. Like at that point, you either take the 8-second call, you do something other than turn the ball over into a live play where you can't set up defense, where you got to get back and try to rush around and find somebody. You don't just turn and throw the ball. I think we've all played basketball at least at one point in time.
He panicked, clearly.
yeah.
All he had to do was hold on to the ball. He was going to foul him.
What's the first thing coaches tell you? You don't just turn and throw it when you get pressed.
Yeah.
We've all played.
Take a tie up if you have to. Like, damn, like just do something, you know, like.
You are a point guard. Let's not forget about this. The one Boozer brother is an actual point guard. You got the ball at half court.
Mm-hmm.
And you had at least 4 seconds left to get past half court. So you had time. You could have pulled dribble, went around. You could have pulled dribble, make a bounce pass. There's so many different options other than just turn around and try to throw it over 2 defenders' heads like they're not able to jump. Like, what were you doing? I can't even put that on John Shire because now he could have took a couple of timeouts when UConn was making the comebacks. He was a little late on the timeouts, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I think that also comes back to what we said earlier. That's a bunch of freshmen. I think the moment got too bright for the one Boozer brother. But that's what happens when you have a bunch of one and dones.
Yeah. Man, taking all my points.
Just throwing the ball in the fucking air.
Right. Yeah. Try to shoot it if that's the case. I mean,
yeah. So for me, there's 2 points that are pretty clear, and Marcus kind of stole my thunder on some of them, but that's okay. We think alike. The first point is this is why you have a veteran roster. This is why they say veterans win more so than young players win. Because if that's a veteran point guard, let's say a junior or senior, he probably knows what to do because he's been in those situations. You know, Caden Boozer is a freshman. This is probably the most pressure he's seen probably in his whole career so far. So, you know, he panicked and he made a mistake. He's young. It happens. But this is why coaches always say we like to have our veteran guys with the ball at the end of the games because those things happen. And it's a matter of those plays that cost them a championship. Also, too, I've told you about John Shire. I think John Shire is way overrated. He has always had great talent, but he has not had the X's and O's to do it. And this was a perfect example. When you have a young team, you have to find a way to call timeouts and calm your team down. And he did not do that. He felt like he was Phil Jackson and said, I'm going to let him play it out. Well, what happened when you let him play it out? They got worse. Like sometimes with young teams, you got to sit them down and be like, all right, guys, chill out. I took a break so you guys can just recollect yourselves and let's get back out there.
That's what timeouts is for.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not going to take those timeouts with you. You know? And that's the thing. What John Shire bothers me is that I don't think that he's ready for that big moment. Like he's still learning on the fly just as much as his players are learning on the fly. Hell, he looks like he could play on the team. He's so damn young. You know, like, and you replaced the great Mike Krzyzewski, so you've got a big ass shoes to fill. Like, they're like Shaq shoes. Like, and Duke fan bases are not patient. You know, we talk about UConn women's basketball. Duke basketball is expected to win championships. They don't care about Final Fours. They want to win championships. And they haven't done that in a minute. And so there's a lot of pressure on John Shire that he's got to win now, because if he's not going to win and get them to the championship, his ass is going to be gone. They'll find somebody else that will do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so
before we get to Jamal, let's talk about the poll real quick. We got a poll for y'all people. We're just trying to get the people interacting with the show. So who y'all think gonna win the 2026 NCAA championship? Type 1 for Illinois, 2 for UConn, 3 for Arizona, and 4 for Michigan. But go ahead, Jamal. Your thoughts on the game.
Let me ask y'all a question on this one. Do y'all think that the NCAA should change it from being one and done in basketball to at least 2 years?
Never.
Yes.
You know, because unlike football, you got to stay at least 3 years out of high school, and then you're eligible for the NFL draft. Basketball, pretty much, they're coming in saying, okay, well, look, y'all ain't gonna be here very long. Half of these guys, I don't even think even go to class. They just pretty much go into like some electives, and then after that, once the season is over,
like MEC or something, some easy class, yeah.
So that's probably where that falls in line. That's probably where it falls in line on that nowadays too. You don't see a lot. You don't see a lot of players, in college basketball, of like a full roster, like stay for like years and years and stuff like that to, make a difference on a college basketball team. Like, hence the reason, like I'm going back to Connecticut. You have some players that is on UConn who have been there for a while, who, they have championship pedigree and they know exactly what to do. Same thing for a few years ago with Villanova. You had Jalen Brunson, you had Josh Hart, you had Chris Jenkins, you had you had a few. You have guys who are like, but that's only coaches also too. Coaches wants to win right then, right now. I think what the coaches probably need to do is like, listen, we're a basketball powerhouse over here. So if you're looking to be one and done, you know what? You might need to go ahead and go somewhere else. Because these players nowadays, they're looking past college basketball. They're not paying attention to it. They're like, we're just gonna play so we can go ahead and show our numbers and stuff like that. But if you want to be, improve your skills, improve your basketball play, then you might want to come here, because if you're going to commit to us, I want your commitment for at least 2 years. And I think college basketball needs to go ahead and say that. But listen, you're going to be here for 1 year. It may not go smooth for this one, but I promise you the very next year, we're going to make some noise on this one. So yeah. They need. I think college basketball needs to go ahead and change themselves, saying that, you know what? Yeah, we might need to go ahead and say you can't come out and play in the NBA, or be in the draft until you're at least 2 years out of high school. That's fine. I'll live with that, and I'm pretty sure they will too.
They will.
But about the game, number one, I think you're right. Boozer did panic, but at the same time, I mean, there were 2 men open down the court. So had nobody deflected that, that's an easy dunk and layup, and ball game is over. So that's number one. Number two, would y'all say that shot that Mullins hit, was it lucky or was it skill?
I would say skill, man, because players practice those shots nowadays from that range.
They do.
Both.
He was having a bad game shooting too.
Both.
But if you get a wide open shot, that's like money, man.
Shooters shoot.
Yeah.
He was having a bad game shooting too.
But luck was on his side too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, sure. There's a part of that.
They all were.
I would say the luck part was he was wide open. Like, how many wide open shots do you get that clean? And
on top of that, if you look at the play again, there was a defender that was close to him who would at least put his hand up. He may not have blocked the shot, but it would have probably distracted him a little bit, and he might have gotten it off. You know what I'm saying? He might have missed it and stuff like he might have missed it, but
You know, and I didn't listen to John Shire after the game was over. I'm pretty sure he probably took the blame for everything. Like
right,
this young squad does not need to be trashed like they have been
No.
in some spaces. It's the coach's fault. Because as the coach, you have to know the temperature of your team. And you have to know who you have on your team. You have a lot of young guys. And you have to know that, hey, if my guys are not playing well right now, and they struggled in the tournament too. You know, they haven't really dominated in the tournament. Hell, that Siena took them to the shed almost. You know, like, so you've got to be able to step in as coach and say, you know what, I'm going to take over and take control of this team. I think he empowers a lot of his guys too much because he probably was a former player. So, you know, these player coaches, they always empower their players a lot. But he really needs to be the coach and put off the X's and O's and be like, hey, guys, this is what we're going to do. You know, this is how we're going to adjust. And he never did that. He just trusted that they would just figure it out. And you don't do that when you're up by a lot. You try to mitigate the situation where it's going to shit, you know.
and that's my okay. And to another point, and that's my problem right now with with some of these guys in college basketball and stuff like that. You got a lot of these guys who are one and done, who are looking to go into the NBA. How many of them are actually NBA ready?
Not a
What's
lot
to
of
say what's to say that the Boozer brothers are going to be NBA ready when they get drafted? Are they going to be franchise changing players? Maybe, maybe not.
But
You know what I'm saying?
that's the risk you take when you leave. Like they're told that when they leave, like, hey, you might not actually be. Because me personally, the one and done, I don't really see a problem with it. Yeah, it makes because for me it makes the tournament more interesting. I love college basketball, but I only really love it during the tournament. That's when I'm really engaged.
Most people are the same way. Yeah, exactly.
March
And
Madness.
it really makes the tournament more interesting when you get these. Because if you think about it, all the Power 5 schools, one and done. If you're not a Power 5 school, you at least have 3 or 4 players coming back year after year after year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really see the problem with that. The whole situation.
But some of these guys who are potentially going to be one and done and stuff like that, they have to realize, like, listen, okay, yeah, you spent your 1 year maybe overseas or maybe you know what I'm saying, maybe in college and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like 18 or 19 years old getting drafted. Now you're going against grown men. This is what they do for a living. And they're not just going to let anybody come in there and house them and do these things and stuff like that. So I think that's another thing too. I mean, physically, they may be ready, but mentally, no. Physically, physically you may be ready like a LeBron James, but mentally you may be terrible like a Kwame Brown. Like that's all I'm saying.
Well, nobody. Let's be honest. Nobody at 18 or 19 years old is mature enough to handle millions of dollars. Let's just be real.
LeBron was.
Yeah.
He would have got help.
But the thing is, like, from a financial standpoint,
I'm live on TV.
Neil, your mic's on.
I know.
Okay. No, I mean, because you know what I look at it too is when you look at these one and done players, okay, like it's not about the first contract. The first contract they're gonna get, that's guaranteed because they're giving them the money because of what they've seen, right?
Yeah.
The second contract is what matters. The second contract means that they are taking an investment in you because they like what they've seen in the NBA and they want to build with you. And the problem is a lot of these great players do not get second contracts unless you're like the really good players. And the thing is that is the biggest crapshoot of anything because a lot of those players who don't get second contracts pretty much fall out of the league. You know, or they become role players.
Yeah.
They be getting them in those 2-year, $4 million contracts, or those 1 year, $3 million contract from going from team to team to team to team to team. Yeah, the
Yeah,
money adds up. It adds up, but they're going to end up spending it
they're
a
never going
whole
to get
lot
that big
more.
contract unless they're really good. That's what I'm
Mhm.
trying to say.
Exactly. This is why I keep saying, you know what? Maybe they should. I mean, listen, I'm all for some of these players getting, getting their money. I think the NIL pretty much should have happened a long time ago. Sorry to say that, but it's the truth. I think it should have happened a long time ago. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But at the same time, mentally, I think some of these young kids that are thinking about the NBA or thinking about going professional and stuff like that, you
Mhm.
know, physically they may have the skills and they may have the talent and everything, but mentally, some of them need to stay probably for at least one more year
Right.
to get their mind right and to get
Mhm.
everything going. Let me take for example, and I'm gonna use this person as an example. Caitlin Clark. How did we know that she would be this damn good coming out of college, going straight to the WNBA? She wasn't this good as a freshman. She wasn't. I know this I'm pretty sure. But she
Mhm.
stayed. I mean, yes, the women's game is different and stuff like that, but she stayed and got better at her skills. And now, arguably, she's probably going to be probably one of the, if not the best shooter that the W has ever seen.
But
When it's
that's
all
that's
said,
the reason why you knew she was going to be good, because she had something that other women in the WNBA aren't going to have, is that kind of shooting from that kind of range and that kind of
The Steph
arsenal.
effect. She had the Steph effect.
Yeah,
yeah,
and she could pass. She's a great passer too. Like she
but
And
gets
but
knock
she,
enough from
WNBA,
that.
not to cut you off, but the WNBA, not the WNBA, the NCAA for women's entering the draft is completely different rules than entering the draft
oh, I
for
get it. Yeah,
they literally have to be, because I just looked it up, they have to be 22 entering into the
Oh
draft
wow,
year,
wow,
be
okay.
either 4 years removed from high school or be a college graduate.
And also
and
too, I think the reason why the NBA is not going to ever adopt this is because it's about money, and it's about the franchises that if they can get their hands on a Wagler, a Boozer, an A Cuff, a Debonsa, a Peterson, that's box office for them, right? Especially if you're a sorry ass team, that's somebody that's going to bring butts into the seats, right? And so
but
they're not going to, owners aren't going to turn that away because they know that that's a money grab, right?
but
Mhm.
how many of those players that you name? How
Mm-hmm.
many of those players come next year, come the new NBA season? How many of those players you think are actually going to be starters? Like first game of the season will be a
Question.
starter.
The
Question.
ones
Who's
that are
gonna be
drafted
a starter?
teams.
The dude from BYU will be a starter.
The Bonsa
That's two.
will. A Cuff
Yeah,
will.
that's
In this
three.
draft class, a couple
Boozer
of
probably
guys
might.
fit,
Yeah.
because they're going to go down to a team that really needs that one player, and they're going to give them a chance, just like Cooper Flag and Knipple. Your top five, they're going to see the starting court, or they're going to get the chance because they drafted to a bad team, more than likely.
Right.
It's really that middle of the draft, the lower end of the first round. They're
That's a
really
hit or
not
miss
seeing the
for
court.
sure.
Yeah, that's the hit or miss. But the first five, first six, they're drafted the terrible team, so they get the more chance to get on the
Yeah.
court at the
Man,
beginning of the year.
UConn's running away with this. Wow. I was surprised on that.
Yeah, that's a
Got a lot
good.
of Connecticut fans.
Ain't nobody giving Illinois no love at all.
I tell you,
No,
that's a scary team. We'll get to that, but
Yeah,
that's
it is. They've been last.
they need to be worried about that shit.
No, but bottom line, about back to the game. You're right. I think dude should have went ahead and held the ball and be like, okay, look, don't no need to pass the ball up court. Yeah, you want to make the good play, what I'm saying, to seal the game and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
literally, you only had a few seconds left. Just hold the ball, make them foul you, and then shoot a free throw. You know what I'm saying? You'll be up by 2 possessions. Ball game over. Done
And see
deal.
that's coaching, man. Because if Shire just called a timeout and said, guys, if they press us, if you get into a mode, either take the 8 second, take a tie up, just do not throw the ball away. You know what I'm
no
saying?
live ball
He, he,
turnover.
he didn't even have to call a timeout. He could have just yelled and be like, hey, hold the ball, get it in bounds, hold the ball. He could have just yelled that.
Right.
I don't care about. I don't care if the other team knows what the fuck I'm
But it's
doing.
also loud
They
as
know
hell,
what you're
so they
doing.
probably didn't hear it either, dude. So I mean, that's why you call the damn timeout. Like he messed up. He should
I'd
have
have been
called the
like, yo,
timeout.
yeah,
I don't blame the player. I blame
I
the coach.
I agree. Okay.
All right, let's talk about another game that went down. I don't think Tennessee was ready for the moment because Michigan went in there and whooped that ass.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Jet, I'm gonna start with you, man. Michigan game, man. They beat Tennessee, man. Head to the Final Four,
Yeah,
man.
they did what I expected them to do. I had Michigan to go one of my Final Four teams. Even though my bracket done, they holding their own. They lasting in there without one of their star players.
Marcus.
Man, what was Tennessee doing?
Right? What was their plan?
The light was a little bit too bright. I'm just saying it.
Did they know they had an Elite Eight game that day? Like, did they forget to show up on the bus? Like, were they something had to happen? Don't get me wrong, Michigan is great. Michigan's good. They're tough. They're solid. They got players. They're well rounded. But man, Tennessee, you could have just stayed home for that.
Right.
You could have just let whoever you beat play against Michigan. Maybe they would have gave a better.
Right.
Dang.
But no, Michigan, it's no surprise there. We all, I think, even though I didn't want Michigan to win, we all had that.
Me either, bro. Me either.
Man, I can't. Again, I'm a Sparty fan. I can't do it.
You stay true.
But I'm not surprised.
But also too,
Hey.
yeah, also too with Tennessee, and I told y'all this the last time we were on the show, that Tennessee can lock you up, but they struggle at shooting the ball.
You did.
You know, and I watch a lot of SEC basketball because I'm in SEC country, and Tennessee is helter-skelter when it comes on offense. If they're on, they're on. Like that game before Michigan, they were on. They were making their baskets. They were playing good defense. They look like a damn Final Four team. But when they shoot like ass, they'll get run out of the building very quickly. And the problem is that, listen, and I'm going to give a shout out to Arizona because I'm going to give you the game plan of how you beat Michigan. You got to be physical with these dudes inside. Like, you cannot be shooting damn threes. You got to take that to the cup and ask for violence at the rim.
Yeah.
Like, when Mara had 2 fouls, I would have told my guy if I was
Right.
hey, get your ass in the paint and get that 3rd foul.
I'm trying to dunk everything. If I'm a dunker against them, I'm rising up to at least try to punch it out. And if I can't, I'm drawing the contact and getting the foul for the layup.
You fight fire with fire.
You got to get the big men out.
You got to get to the cup, man. If the shots ain't falling, get your ass to the cup and get to the free throw line or something.
Marcus, you ain't got no bunnies like that. Be trying to punch on more.
No. But bottom line, I think what happened in this game. Literally, Michigan came out and just punched them in the mouth from the opening tip.
Right.
They
never responded.
They sure did. You would have thought they would have probably. Everybody was thinking like, oh well, they're probably gonna let up a little bit in the second half, and Tennessee gonna make a little bit of run. Nope, Michigan came in the second half, punched them in the mouth again.
They did what they do.
Foot on their neck.
You got to forget, Michigan at a time was the number 1 ranked team in the country, so they knew exactly what it took to get there. You know, so now they're in the Final Four. So now it's gonna be like, okay, well now. Can you finish the job? Can you do exactly what the Fab Five, couldn't do? Can you finish the job?
Not to cut you off. Hey, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't know, because it's just a little side comment. Did you see that the Fab Five are doing a special cast for the Michigan Final Four?
Yeah, I saw that.
They're bringing back all the old G's.
But go on.
Well, is Weber going to call timeout? Sorry.
I'm you know what? One thing about listen, and I know it's blasphemous for me to talk anything good about, Michigan, even though I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and stuff like that, even though I'm a Miami Hurricane alum, I have the I have to watch Ohio State. So, but regardless, no, I'm not talking smack about Michigan. It's blasphemy to talk anything good about them. But I'm actually ecstatic and happy that they're all back together and they're actually cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because for a while, Chris Webber and Jalen Rose, they literally damn near almost were ready to come to blows because of everything that happened. So for them to be together and to be actually cordial with each other and to come together and to be actually chill with each other, it's a great thing because I'm pretty sure they know it. They changed college basketball or basketball in general for a lot. You know, they really did. They were
fun to watch. Yeah, no doubt.
They were very fun to watch. Like I said, the only game the only game I wish that could have happened was if they would have played that UNLV team. I still say that the UNLV team would have beat the hell out of them.
Hell yeah, they would have whooped the shit out of them, bro.
Yeah, UNLV would have beat the hell out of the Fab Five. I don't care what anybody says. So
Larry Johnson was on one, man. Damn sure. Ooh, this Betts girl is good. Damn.
But yes, Tennessee didn't know what the hell to do with them because they were beating them on the inside. Because that's literally where they started at. Michigan beat them on the inside, and then that's when they're like, okay, well, we got a good enough lead. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and test them on the perimeter, and they were hitting on the perimeter too. And after that, there was no coming back from that one.
If you look at the last two games that Michigan's played, Alabama and Tennessee, and how funny they're both SEC teams. They literally had in their minds, Alabama and Tennessee, is that we're going to shoot the three, and if it doesn't work, we're going to keep shooting them.
Were they scared of Michigan's bigs?
Until they go in. I don't know if they were scared of the bigs. I don't think they trusted their bigs inside. You know, like they're not a posting team. Neither one is really good at posting up inside. Even though Nate Ament, the guy, the 6'10", I would have been giving him the ball every chance I had. I mean, especially against Lindenborg, you know, because he's got about a couple of inches over Lindenborg. Like, I would have got him the ball more. But the thing is that when they weren't shooting the three and missing a lot of shots, they didn't change their game. They just kept doing the same thing, and they got deeper in the hole because it basically kept Michigan from defending. Because all they're doing is guarding the three.
Lindenborg may be a little bit shorter than him and stuff like that, but Lindenborg was a lot tougher than him and stuff. That was the key.
That's fair.
So,
but Ament's got a lot of game, bro. Like, nobody talks about Nate Ament. I hope he comes back for another year because he'll definitely be a top 5 pick. But he's got massive skill, dude, at 6'10" size. Like, he can play.
I had a question. Y'all see Lindenborg being a top 5 pick this year?
Hell no.
No.
If he'll be a lottery pick. He'll be a lottery pick.
If he was to stay for another year, maybe next year, yes. But this year, no.
And you also got to remember, too, Lindenborg's 23 years old. That's old in the NBA. Like, that's old. That's old in NBA standards. Like, he's coming in as an older rookie. So I think he's probably more of a lottery player, which kind of plays in if, you know, the Pistons can get in the lottery, which I don't think they will.
He'll be in the middle of the bench. He'll be in the middle of the bench if he was to get out.
Yeah.
So
let's recap the Illinois fight. Oh, right.
I was gonna say also too, Cameron Boozer won Player of the Year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kind of seen that coming.
Right.
I want to know what the vote was because they made it tough at the end.
Illinois beat Iowa to get into the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, I'm gonna start with you, man. How you feel about the fight in Illinois?
You know, I haven't seen Illinois play all year, and I was very impressed. I mean, they got bigs, the Vicic brothers. They've got Stojakovic's son, who's not really his dad. He's more of a slasher than he is the shooter his daddy was. Also, too, Wagler, man, we got to talk about Wagler. Wagler is a guy that has really come on in this tournament. You know, we talked about, like, who's going to come out of this tournament we're going to be talking about outside of Acuff? Wagler. I'm a big fan of Wagler. His size, the way he handles the ball, he's got a smooth kind of shot. People say he's kind of reminds him a little of an SGA type. I kind of see a little comp there because of his size, the way he hits the mid-range. He doesn't take stupid shots. He's a pretty good defender. Like this guy, if Illinois goes to the championship, it's going to be because of Wagler, because this guy can put the ball in the bucket. But Illinois has just got a lot of dudes. Like they went in the offseason and got all these players from Europe. They paid all these dudes from Europe, and it's showing because you can see their size, you can see the guard play. Like they're a sneaky team, man. I think nobody's really giving them a lot of flowers, but I will, man. I was impressed with it by them. So it wouldn't surprise me if they beat UConn.
Marcus and Gent.
They're not gonna.
Like my man said, I ain't really watch them too much. I bet against them a lot, but I see they still standing. So,
You're losing a lot of money over here.
yeah, they can ruin a couple of my tickets. So I'm gonna definitely check this game out. But they was a tough team too, though. They were standing strong for most of the tournament too, though. But yeah,
No, they wasn't. They were lucky.
I mean, I think that too, because I'm like, dang, how is y'all still in it though?
That Stentz guy can play, bro. That white boy, I don't know, is number 14 or something. That guy can shoot, bro.
Hey, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know too much about him though. But I'm gonna check him out though.
See, I don't know much about Illinois either, but looking at that game and looking at their stats on the season, I'm not surprised they're here because looking at their stats, they're a well-rounded team. They got 5 players scoring double digits, and Wagler is the leading scorer, and I see why he's a dog.
Absolutely.
Looking at his numbers, I'm impressed.
Also, too, a lot of y'all, not me, but a lot of y'all were all Houston fans, and they beat the shit out of Houston.
I thought Houston was going to smack that ass.
Well, look at it like this. You know what I'm saying? Houston played in their own fucking backyard.
And they still got their ass kicked. Like I told you.
Think about this. Think about it. The number one ranked team in the number one team in that bracket was Florida, and Florida was out. It was Houston's bracket to lose. And they got their ass. Yeah. And they got their asses whipped.
And why couldn't they do it? Because they couldn't fucking shoot, like I told y'all. They picked the worst game to not show up and make a basket, and Illinois exposed their ass.
You really are right. That's Sarkovic does not shoot like his dad.
And you know what? And this is another reason why. But this is just for me, my personal thing. This is another reason why I know a lot of athletes. Like let's say the late great Kobe Bryant, they like playing on the road. Because they love going to other people's houses and shutting them the fuck up. Sure. Because a lot of people, think about it. You got everybody's expecting you to do these great things when you're playing in your own backyard. It's like almost like, okay, well, you got your family, you got your friends, you got everybody and stuff like that. Yep. And in Illinois, it was like, well, fuck it. You know what? We're gonna go into their own backyard and we're gonna embarrass them in front of their mom, their dad, their house.
They knew they were the better team. They knew they were the better team,
though.
Yeah.
They said, you know what, we're gonna embarrass them in front of their mom, their girls, their wives, their dads, their dog, their kids, everybody. They literally kicked their ass in front of their own.
You know what Illinois did? It's like you play on the court with somebody that isn't damn good, and they talk a lot of mess, and then you like, all right, let's just go, man. I'm gonna put like 30 on your ass before you even get 2. That's what Illinois was doing. They knew that they were the better team. They knew they had all the talent, but they're like, okay, Houston, talk your mess. We'll play in your house and we'll still whoop your ass. And that's exactly what they did.
If Houston would have played their game like they normally play, this game would have been close, but it wouldn't have been. I think Houston still would have pulled it out.
Got their ass kicked. Yeah, they still would have kicked their ass. They tried to play their game. They just can't shoot.
They iffy.
They can't shoot, bro. When you can't shoot, you can't win games. Period. Your defense can only take you so far, man.
And on top of all that, think about how many times I'm pretty sure they played at the Toyota Center, you know what I'm saying, during the season. So those rims, they ain't nothing new. That building ain't nothing new. You just showered in that locker room. You just seen the Houston Rockets, you know what I'm saying, play and stuff like that. This is nothing new for y'all. So how the hell y'all lose like this? That's what's ridiculous. That's what's ridiculous to me. If I'm If I'm playing in my own backyard and stuff like that, I'm like, listen, y'all, look, I got my girl here, I got my wife here, I got my kid here. We ain't losing
Right.
to these motherfuckers. I don't care who the hell come through here.
Right.
It could be the 1990 UNLV running rebels coming through here. We ain't losing in our own. We ain't losing in our own fucking backyard.
Right.
Not to no
That's like
to
getting beat up
nobody.
in your own front yard. Fuck that.
You think you know how much shit is probably was talking to these guys about
Oh
y'all
my God.
lost to y'all.
You ain't see the
You
video
know,
of them. You ain't see the video of them exiting court after the game, and people were
yeah, I
stripping
saw
on them
it.
and shit. Yeah, like
Right.
And you
Get
know
it.
another thing too that we haven't talked about is Fleming was nowhere to be found. And I hope Fleming stays in college because his ass is not ready for the NBA. Like, don't listen to anybody that tells you, bro, that you need to go to the NBA. Your ass needs to stay in college. And work on your
that's
game.
fucked up.
Be live from the Detroit fan report.
Right. I mean,
Stay your
if
ass
you
in college.
if you're Houston, you got to look at it like remember the first movie House Party when the guys from Full Force pretty much got embarrassed by Kid and playing them and stuff like that, and they went back to the car and was like, "Do y'all just realize we just got embarrassed by some punk motherfuckers?" You know, and y'all got embarrassed, you know, in front of in front of y'all girls. We got embarrassed by some motherfuckers in front of their girls, in front of their fucking girls. Yes. I'm just saying, man. They got no.
Stay in college, bro. Stay
They
in college.
they knew they blew it. They knew they blew a very good opportunity to go ahead and make some history and to show them like, hey, we can do some things down here in our own backyard, and we can whoop some ass. They had a prime opportunity to do that, and they blew it big time. I would have made their ass walk home from to Toyota Center back to
2
campus.
minutes away. 2 minutes away. Yeah. Take the walk.
Seriously.
Take the walk and chain. Yeah, definitely.
Y'all figure out a way how to get back home. You know.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I can't get a ride. That's fucked up. All right.
Right?
After everything I did for y'all.
Oh man.
Yes, money shit. Can I get a ride?
And you're catching strays while you're walking home. Damn, man.
They would have gave him the same treatment that that girl gave Ja Rule in the first Fast and Furious. Yeah, motherfucker, you didn't win. Hell no.
Well, fuck you then. I would have bought one of them little scooters and rolled my ass on real quick.
You get the cold shoulder. You get the cold shoulder, bro. Get the cold shoulder. Damn.
All right, let's talk about this Arizona win over Purdue, man, which I knew Purdue was a fluke because my Buckeyes beat them, you feel me, earlier in the season, so I really had no faith for Purdue. But, Jamal, I'll start with you, man. How you feel about Arizona beating Purdue, man? You get your final pick.
This was expected. Okay, they've been number one for a while in the preseason. They were like the second team to actually. They're the second team. They were the second team that was favored to win the whole thing pretty much this year. So this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? They knew exactly who they were coming against. They didn't shoot the ball very well until like later in the game. You know, they actually found an inside presence. Finally, took them forever for that one and stuff like that. But they know exactly what's expected of them. You know, and I think they played it. You know, they did exactly what they're supposed to do. Now it's gonna be a tall task now because everybody is saying this game when they play against Michigan is the actual national championship game, which I beg to differ because if UConn beats Illinois, which I'm kind of expecting to happen, it's gonna be a tougher game than it is.
Yeah.
So I'm saying right now, you know, this Arizona was expected to beat Purdue. You know, Purdue, they were decent, but they're not somebody who was like, well, I'm going to pick Purdue to win the national title. Give me a fucking break. Come on now, man. No. Nobody was thinking about that.
Maybe people in Indiana picked them to win.
No. Exactly. I'm like, come on now. We can't have two Indiana teams pretty much win both major national championship games, which I'm still kind of shocked at. Indiana fucking football win the national championship in college football. That still makes no sense to me. But still,
Coach is a genius.
No, you have older players who are damn near as old as us, pretty much, who are playing college football. That's another reason why too.
Hey,
And it gives me hope. Gives me hope I can still make it.
Well, that's my take on that, man. Arizona was expected. They were expected to get this far, and they have high expectations to go ahead and do something because who knows who's going to be back next year for that squad. You know,
Mhm.
everybody was thinking like, well, Bryce James coming out of high school is going to be like one of the main stars, stuff like that. They
Shit,
were
he
like,
not even
no,
on the floor, bro.
no, he hasn't. No, he ain't seen the he no he redshirted this year, so he'll see the floor next year. But
Yeah.
we shall see. We shall see what happens. So yeah, kudos to Arizona. Go ahead. Y'all got to do the thing now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are picking between y'all and Michigan and Connecticut. So
Yeah, this was a good matchup because Arizona has pretty much been damn good all year. Like they have ran the table on everybody, literally in their conference and whoever they played. But Purdue beat Michigan in the Big Ten championship, so that's no scoff there. And also too, you talk about contrasting styles. Like Arizona wants to run because they got a lot of young thoroughbreds that like to get out in the open court. To where Purdue's more of an older squad. They probably have like 24, 23-year-old players, and they've all been recruited by Purdue, so they're all seniors and juniors. So they're more of an experienced team, and they played them pretty tight. But I think what the difference of the game was the defense of Arizona. The defense, Arizona's got the number one defense in the tournament. And you see it. Like they can lock you up, man. They can lock you down. Like that Russian guy, he's a damn good defender. If you ever watch him play, he can lock you up like one-on-one. That's why I think he's going to be on Doxel in the next game because he's got good feet and he's strong. But Arizona, like, they gutted it out, man. They were the better team with the more talent, but Purdue gave them a fight. Like Purdue, like hats off to Purdue, man. That Smith guy, he's not going to make it in the NBA, but I like his game. You know, maybe he's a backup.
Guru, your thoughts? Stats Young.
I'll go ahead and go with the Smith guy first. He's been leading the NCAA in assists for like the past 2 years. He's actually second this year, but there's no surprise in that game. Arizona finally got tested for a little bit there, I'll say, because they were struggling. They were still ahead, but it was probably the closest game this tournament so far.
Probably, yeah.
They didn't run away with it by a second going into the second half. Like it was still close going into halftime. But I think it really showed the toughness of this Arizona team. I think this was the perfect challenge. They needed this kind of game before the Michigan game. They needed to have their weaknesses exposed. They needed to be tested to see if they can answer back, if they can
win a close game. Right.
Yep. And I think this just answered all the questions with this game right here. Struggled with shooting, found an inside presence. And there's like 3 freshmen on their court, but they have a junior leader, a senior leader. Like they got some veterans. I will call them veterans, even though it's college. They got some older experience mixed in with young talent. And those teams always seem to go well.
Like Bradley, he's a transfer, I think. He played really well.
Yeah, then they got a junior center.
Mm-hmm.
So like they
Apara? No.
Yeah, I'm not even saying the name.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really bad at names, so I ain't gonna butcher myself today. But it's what Arizona needed. This was the perfect tune-up game to get them ready to go against Michigan, who I think this is. Michigan, in my opinion, had the easiest tournament schedule for them.
Bro. When you play the 6th seed in your last game, that tells you right there. Like you're not even playing a 2 or 3 seed; you're playing a 6 seed. That shows you how weak your bracket was.
So I think, like I said, this was just perfect for Arizona to get geared up, get all the cobwebs, get all the slowness out of the system, so they can come into this Michigan game firing on all cylinders.
Exactly.
Arizona is the perfect team. They play off of their defense. If they're able to clamp you down and turn you over, they will easily go ahead and turn those points, that defensive stop, that turnover into offensive points easily. Because in the beginning they wasn't hitting shit against Purdue. Purdue was giving them a run for their money, but they turned up the defense and they made their defensive moves, and then that ended up turning into good offense, and that's how they were able to beat That was how they were able to beat Purdue. Because you're gonna have to do that against Michigan. Because if Michigan does the same thing that that play the same way as they did against Tennessee, it's gonna be a lot closer than we think. So
Yeah, Krivas, that's the guy you're talking about. That big ass dude. Yeah.
yes, Previs, yes.
I will say this too about Arizona, that you're kind of seeing flashes of his game, but again, I'm going to tell him to stay his ass in college for another year. Cole Pete, number 10.
Yeah, Cole Pete.
He's got game, bro, but he needs to stay in college another year. He'll be a top 5 pick if he stays it comes back for another year. But Cole Pete is a guy that he's got some length, he's got some skill, he's athletic as hell, but he needs to refine his game. Like, he's not ready for the NBA.
Nope, sure ain't.
But he probably still gonna go.
I hate to tell you, he averaging 14. He gone.
I know.
He averaging 14.
He gone.
Averaging 14 points a game into the NBA, pretty much. That's like what, 6.5 points a game in the NBA?
How many rebounds? He's like 6'10". How many rebounds is he averaging?
5.5.
Oh hell, yeah. That means his rebounds aren't going to translate to the NBA either.
Yeah, no. And I never like to look at how many points they score in college, because the college game they share the ball a lot more. So
nobody plays defense in college.
So you don't see those unless you're on a crappy school, which is one dominant player. You don't really see those 25-point averages. You see about 20 at the highest for a team that's well rounded.
Right, and as stacked as this draft is, he's probably more like in the lottery. Which, dude, if you go back and stay in college one more year, you're a top 5 pick next year.
For sure, he definitely should say if you're not the leading player on your team, stay in school.
Because it's not like you're not getting paid in college anymore.
Money,
you know what I'm saying? So
they pay you well with this NIL deals. Money, come on, man. And Arizona will run it back next year with probably the same squad.
Because
they're gonna be back.
Yeah,
they're gonna be back.
Yeah, they ain't going anywhere. And they just got the number 1 commit coming there next year, and then they got Bryce coming that's going to play next year too. So they're going to be loaded, bro.
Bryce is better than Bronny. I will say it here now. Bryce is way better than
We've been
Bronny.
following him. We've been following both of them for when they was even in the AAU league.
Yeah, we covered this a lot on the pod. Yeah. Bryce is way better than Bronny.
Bryce definitely has a game for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's always the younger brother that's always better than the one brother that comes out. Like the same for you know what I'm saying, LaMelo's better than Lonzo. We knew that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Because you think you're going up against your big brother every day.
Right.
Now you're just getting to sharpen your tools, and you get to learn everything he learns, and you get shown the extra stuff. It's kind of geared up for the youngest one. If you're all athletes, for the youngest one to be the best in the family.
Right. Plus you're the one player who knows exactly how to stop your older brother, and how to beat him. You know. Well, let's say this. We can't say that Seth Curry is better than Steph. We can't say that though.
No.
But also too, when you're comparing the brothers, one's a little taller than the other ones most of the time too, right? You're never seeing like one that has this exact size. Like look at Cameron Boozer versus Caden Boozer.
Yep.
It's like freaking night and day. You know, Lonzo is shorter than LaMelo, you know, and so on, you know.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that is true.
But they're going to be loaded next year. There's no doubt. Even if they don't win it this year, they're going to be back and loaded. Crazy.
They'll be right back in the same position.
Yeah.
Right. Well, sorry, Neil, about your Ohio State Buckeyes, who are not good at anything when it comes to basketball.
Oh, damn.
They really do suck at basketball.
Dang, he was catching strays on that one. Like, you weren't even ready for that shit.
Because he's wearing the Scully cap and he has the flag in the back and stuff like that. You know, I understand it's college basketball, but you know, I think
hold on, pause. Let me stop y'all right there. Pause. Because we did something that nobody had us do this preseason. So y'all all can kiss my Ohio State Buckeye. You feel me? Y'all got me fucked up. Like we didn't make we didn't make no noise or something like that.
Neil, you got it.
Cancel that, bro. For real.
Neil, Neil, you didn't see the Ohio State losing to TCU. You know that.
Hell no.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No, I didn't.
Hell no. Man. My bracket was fucked up the first game because of your ass's team.
And like I said, never bet
We
on
didn't tell you to bet on this. We didn't tell you to bet on this.
Don't ever
I
pick.
thought you were gonna beat TCU, man. TCU's trash. Like, I'm like, come on.
You only pick
Ohio State's
you only
gonna
pick
win one.
TCU because you hate every team in Texas. That's why.
No.
That's why you didn't
I like
pick
my
TCU.
Aggies. I like my
Even I didn't pick TCU, man. I picked Ohio State to win that game. And when they
did.
lost it,
I
I'm like,
they're gonna
no.
win. Like, hell, come on, let's go. First game,
TCU
Neil, they lost. My bracket was already busted right there.
But like I said, but come on, man. TCU in basketball, give me a break, man. Come on, man.
Football school. I thought they were only good at football.
That's what I'm saying.
It was only at football school.
I shouldn't have lost it.
Right.
Like,
Come on, man.
that's like North Carolina basketball. Like, they ain't no football school. That's a basketball.
Exactly my point.
Oh man.
Better call up Evan Turner and them.
Y'all better get.
Anyways, last chance for y'all to get the poll before we end the show. We will go back to this.
Damn,
before we end
UConn
the
is
show.
still going, man. What the hell?
But I got UConn winning it.
Illinois is getting the Rodney Dangerfield
Illinois is
treatment.
catching
No
strays,
respect.
bro. They're catching strays, man. They're like, nobody gives a fuck about Illinois.
Hey, they
We'll
ain't
go
getting
back
no
to
respect at all.
We'll check our
No
polls
respect.
before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Let's preview these Final Four matchups. Starting with
The game of the
Arizona
game.
versus Michigan.
Ooh.
Ball.
Banger.
Who you got winning this game and your reason why, please, sir?
Arizona has been the best, like arguably the best team in this tournament so far. Okay, they have, and they played that way. And I picked them in my bracket. I wish there was a way I could show y'all my bracket because I picked them in my bracket, and I still have them. No, seriously. Listen. When the show is over, I'll screenshot it to the group and stuff like that. Y'all can see it for yourself. But
Smart man.
I picked them to win this whole thing, and I'm sticking with them. They are the best. It ain't about just one player on Arizona. They have a complete team. Now, I will say that Michigan will probably be the best competition that they probably going to have all tournament long. But I think with Arizona's size and their defensive tenacity, because like I said, they're a defensive-oriented team who can make turnovers into easy layups and easy three-pointers and easy buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, I got them in this game. It's going to be close, but I would say Arizona wins this game by at least 6 points. Because Michigan ain't going away.
Mm-hmm.
Nate.
All right. So for me, it's pretty simple in the sense that when you look at Michigan and you look at Arizona, they both have size. They both have a big 7-footer that clogs up the paint. They both have athletic power forwards that can get buckets and get extra baskets. So the size really is about even. Guard play, I think the guards for Arizona are probably a little bit better than the guards for Michigan because Michigan's kind of younger.
Lindenborg.
He's not a guard. I'm not done yet.
Oh, my bad.
But the thing is, if Michigan had that other guard they lost, they might get a little bit of more of a leg up. I just think Arizona's guards, the guy from Russia, Burris, and Bradley are all damn good. Like they all can get buckets. But what it's gonna come down to is two things. A, are they gonna shut down Lindenborg? If they shut down Lindenborg and Lindenborg can't get a basket, it's game over for Michigan pretty quick. And I think that's what they're going to do. They are going to take away Lindenborg and make somebody else beat him. And who that other person is, I have no idea.
The point guard, Michigan's point guard. I can't remember his name right now, but he.
It doesn't matter if you can't remember his name. So
you're right.
But the one thing that Arizona does have over Michigan is the defense. They have the number one defense in the tournament, and defense travels. And Arizona, just like we talked about with Don Staley and the Gamecocks, they can lock you up. Arizona can lock you up. And if Arizona locks you up, good luck, because it's going to be tough sailing for a team in Michigan that relies a lot more interior scoring than outside scoring.
Okay. The Stat Junkie Podcast. Who y'all got?
Shit.
Who you got first, G?
Hands down, I'm staying with them. Michigan.
Nah.
I'm staying with them.
Nah.
Why do you go Michigan?
Shoot, like I said, I've been riding with them the whole time. They still in it.
You gotta get out of Ohio now. I'm telling everybody.
Be a good game. I mean, if they do lose, I see them losing by like 2-3 points. I think it's gonna be
a close game. Yeah, it's gonna be close.
But I think Michigan gonna get them.
No, I disagree.
All right.
And I only say this because Arizona can match their forward play, as in the big one for Michigan was at Lindenberg.
Yeah.
Or
big for me.
Yeah, the forward. And Arizona can match. They have a good forward too. They have the freshman. They also have a forward that's a senior. So if you want to, they can match up. And
this is a very similar team. These are both very similar teams.
And that's why, me personally, I'm gonna give the edge to Arizona just because they got tested last game. So I think they're ready this game. I think they got all the jitters out, all the blues out, the shooting woes out last game. So they're gonna come in ready to play. And they're gonna be Michigan isn't gonna be ready for the level of competition right away. It's gonna catch them by surprise just because I think Michigan's had the easier comp leading up to this game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be low scoring. I think it's actually gonna be a high scoring game. Like, I think both teams are gonna get back baskets at pretty good rates. But I think that if the game's close, I trust Arizona's defense to lock down and stand up.
Number one defense.
They've been doing it all year. They've been doing it all year.
Baby.
Let me give y'all my pick. Hey, Rich, make sure you type your forward in the chat, bro, because I'm about to close the program. But anyway, I got Michigan winning this game. And I'm an Ohio State fan. I'm just doing it because, I represent the Big Ten. You feel me?
There we go.
We need that. You feel me? Because everybody talking about Big Ten basketball. Down, down and third. So,
yeah,
you right with Michigan for the rest of it. I'm an Ohio State fan. I said it. You feel me?
Boo.
That's like rooting for your hated rival right there.
Hey, I want to see my haters prevail too. You feel me?
Yeah.
That Big Ten just tougher.
One time.
Hey, just FYI, the total for this game is predicted at 157, which means a high scoring.
Oh, they're going over that.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be up. They're gonna be playing. They're gonna be playing.
There's a lot of talent on both teams. Like, you're talking about NBA talent. You're talking about future talent. Like,
yes,
this is probably the most two talented teams you have.
It's stacked. This is the best matchup in a while of 1-1 that, in my opinion, that match up so perfectly.
Mm-hmm. You know, another thing too, I think whoever makes the most threes in this game is probably going to win, because both teams are really good scoring inside, but both teams can be tough at shooting threes. And whoever's on one that's shooting the threes is probably going to win, because that's going to be the equalizer inside the paint battle,
All right, before we get to this last game, last time for y'all, put your answer in the poll. Who's going to win the national championship? Put 1 for Illinois, UConn. 2 for UConn, 3 for Arizona, 4 for Michigan. Right now, UConn ain't got the lead. So make sure I hit that in the track. Marcus, I'm going to start with you you and Gentry on the last one. Who you got? Illinois?
UConn.
UConn.
Fighting Dan Hurley's.
That defense.
Hey, UConn all day.
I'm gonna give it to. They got the most experienced
Caravan,
coach
I'm gonna take it
in this Final Four. Dan Hurley, if I'm correct, if I said that right.
Dan Hurley. Yeah, you're right. Dan Hurley.
What in the past 4 years, he could potentially have 3 national championships.
Yeah, he's been good. They could have won last year, dude, but they got bounced at the end.
They have it clicking right now. He has UConn back at their pinnacle back when Kemba was there and everything. I got to give it to UConn with the momentum they've had. And then the way the battle back against Duke, the way they did, it's hard to bet against them right now.
Right.
Jet.
UConn.
The short answer, UConn.
This is Illinois. This is where they this is where they get put out right here. Yeah, it ends right here. Like, but hey, at least it wasn't a little school that did the Cinderella and won it all. You know what I mean? So I'll give it up to them though. But no, they ain't beating UConn, bro.
Okay. Mo.
This ain't gonna be no upset thing that's happening here. UConn, it ain't just about the coaching, because we know Dan Hurley, can coach his ass off, and he knows what it takes to get there.
Right.
Reed, their big man for Connecticut, should have a monster game this game here. Should. I say he will. I like Reed. I like Reed too. Should have a monster game in this one here. Okay. Plus, like we talked about earlier, we have some veteran players that is on this Connecticut team that has been there and done that and knows exactly what it takes to get to this level and knows how to win. So I'm not saying this game is going to be in a blowout, because come on, we can't sleep on Illinois at all. No matter how much the poll is saying right now, nobody's picking them to win a national championship. But Connecticut has been literally, yeah. But Connecticut, UConn, been there, done that. They know what it takes. They know what to do. So I got Connecticut winning this game. I say I got Connecticut winning this game by at least 10 points.
Wow. So that's not close. That's a blowout.
No, it is a blowout.
In basketball terms. Well, basketball terms for a big game like this.
They'll 9 times out of 10, the game will be close down to the end. But then again, after that, they're gonna, Connecticut will probably go to the free throw line and hit some clutch and hit some free throws, which is something that Duke couldn't do.
Down goes Duke. I love it.
I'm just.
I did not a lot of money that game.
I think everybody does.
Right. Like, they think about it, that play probably wouldn't have happened had Duke hit their free throws.
Probably,
straight up.
Yeah.
So.
It always comes down to free throws, bro. This one's tough because you can argue both teams, like, they can win this game. Like, and I look at it with the UConn first. They're a more experienced team. They don't have the playmakers that Illinois has. They play more of a collective unit, and they have a better coach, in my opinion, than the other guy. But I'm gonna go with Illinois because I believe that if the game is close,
he said Illinois.
I know, right?
He was pushing UConn hard for Duke.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a tough situation. But here's why. I think if the game is close, like we're talking like 2 to 3 points, Illinois has something UConn doesn't. They have a guy who can get you a bucket, and that's Wagler. I don't know who's going to get you a bucket on UConn consistently on the perimeter. And Wagler is legit 6'6", 6'7" guard. He's no shrimp. Like, he can get buckets. And his game has gotten better as the tournament has gone. And I think that the best is yet to come with him. And I know that if the game is on the line, 23 is going to have the ball in his hand. And the rest is history. I think UConn can win this game. There's no doubt. But if I'm looking at what the difference between both these teams is, it's Wagler. because UConn doesn't have a go-to guy. Yes, you can say Caravan. Yes, you can say Reed. But on the perimeter, who do they go to? Solo Ball? I don't even know who the other guards are.
Well, they ain't gonna let Mullins shoot that shot again. So I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I mean, Mullins might be their best perimeter shooter. He's a freshman. So it could be a freshman battle. It could be between Mullins and Wagler. But I'm going to go Wagler, man, because I think Wagler's got a special game. And I think that he's just unleashing his game right now.
Yeah, UConn really doesn't shoot many threes at all. If you look at the well, I mean, I guess they do have a dude that shot 243, but he only made 71.
Yeah.
They're not a good 3-point shooting team, so that's scary.
And that's another thing too, is whoever really is making baskets is going to win this game, because this is a low scoring game in my opinion.
Yeah, because
like the other game's more of a blowout, right?
Because UConn, their main scorer is Reed, and he's a low post player.
Exactly. Yeah. And Wagler's a freshman on the other side, and his jumper can be helter-skelter at times. So it really is going to come down to whoever can make consistent baskets, because I think this game is going to be a lot of defense. And whoever can make plays at the end,
That's why I said UConn should win, because if Reed is going off, they're going to have to drop down another player or two, maybe triple team Reed, and that's going to leave those perimeter shooters wide open to hit something.
They knock them down, and if they knock them down, then that's going to benefit them. If they can't, it's going to be a long day. And don't forget, man, they got a lot of size inside too with Illinois. They got Ivicevic, who's like 7'2" or whatever his size he is, and then his brother's fucking tall too. Like, they got some size inside too, bro. So, styles make fights, but I just think that if it comes down to the close game and Wagler's in the game, man, he can get you a bucket, bro. I don't know about anybody else on UConn, because you watch the Michigan State game, they willed themselves to that win, literally. Like Michigan did everything wrong to lose that game. So they willed that way.
Hey, man.
That game.
Hey, man, I'm going to need you not to bring that game back up.
Oh, sorry.
Too many wounds still. I'm still not saying.
I mean, they went toe to toe with them, man. I mean,
not the first half. If you could have just played the first half and scored more than 10 points, you could have did something. But
yeah, that's true.
But I won't go on. Oof.
It's all good.
Deep wounds right there.
Yeah, hey man, my team didn't make it that far, so don't even feel bad.
They didn't go out in the first round.
Second round.
No, we ain't O-State.
That's true. I wasn't trying to catch crazy with you on the Ohio State. I just said my team didn't go that far.
I was going crazy myself. All right, the poll is closed, and here's the results on who people think will win the national championship. 17% think Illinois, 33% think Utah, 17% think Arizona, and 33% think Michigan. So it's undecided. So you know what that means? We'll be back next week, people.
It's undecided.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, those are probably the most two experienced teams that people trust because of Yaxel Lindeborg on Michigan, Caravan on UConn. They're veteran players, and the other two teams have a lot of youth. Arizona's got 3 freshmen, Illinois' got some freshmen. So it makes sense. Experience should win out, but I don't know, man. These other two teams got a lot of talent, and we'll see what wins out: talent or experience.
Facts.
All right, I appreciate everybody that watched today. You feel me? Nice show. You feel me? Let's get ready for some college basketball Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Happy Easter. With that said, man, I'm gonna let the pen let y'all know where they can find them out before we head out of here. Nate, let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, appreciate having me, man. Always love being on your show. Yeah, you can find me in One Ass Cheek and Three Toes podcast. We're gonna start our first show, draft night. Super excited for it. Anytime it's about Lions, I get super stoked about it. So yeah, check us out on YouTube, One Ass Cheek and Three Toes. Like and subscribe, and yeah, if not, you can find me here on the Detroit Fan Report with Neil and his guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Marcus and Gent, where he go? I see, just always Waldo, man. Let him know you can find all that, man.
But you gotta keep him on a close leash, all right? He run away real fast.
Oh, bro.
He's a dog always roaming the block. You always ask him where's the owner at, all right?
Always fucking lose.
Oh,
Marcus is
That's savage.
You can find us at the Stat Junkies podcast on YouTube and Facebook.
Shit. That's Spotify, right?
Yeah, I do have that. I just never post on it.
Oh.
I can go back to it. And also, we will be coming out with an episode. I'm just waiting for all this WNBA news to settle and the rosters to get put out because I want our first episode to be geared towards women's sports.
That's what's up.
I don't want that back. I like that back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let them know where they can find you at.
Social media, you can find me pretty much on Facebook under the name Jamal Baker. Under Instagram, find me under the name The Illusion. And you can always find me on, you can always find me on here pretty much, talking NBA sports, talking college basketball, talking football. I'll be on here. So I'll be around, y'all.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody that's watching. Do us a favor, like I said, please subscribe to everybody's channel, man. Hit that like, share, tell a friend about it, That go a far away. We just said, man, everybody have a blessed night. Go Buckeyes. Mom, I'm done with my segment.